Last week, actually got approached by an employer and they were like, oh,
but so that whole area of social networking, which maybe a lot of people think of as a handy, useful tool or communication tool, could be the pathway or gateway to it.
So we have lots of exciting things.
So pre-register on the website and you can win a whole host of goodies and get a goodie bag.
All right.
And it starts on?
Friday?
It starts tomorrow at 9 a.m, 9 till 6, Saturday and Sunday 11 till 6. 1,500
and 2,000 applications for waiting jobs. You know, these would be what they call good value jobs. I'd imagine you'd get your 50,000 turning up just for those alone. You'd get your 50,000 turning up just for those alone.
Exactly, precisely. I agree.
Which is, of course, is a measure of the desperation that people are feeling out there. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better time. I know, you know, it's an ill wind that doesn't blow some good for somebody, but this is badly needed, and there must be a huge appetite for it.
There's various information that people, you know, would like to find out about, possibly going.
How did you decide who's exhibiting and who isn't? Because I would imagine there's an awful lot of people who want to be part of that because there's a huge pool of talent out there. This is a way of accessing them directly.
You know, think about areas that are doing well.
Are there? Yeah, there's a traditional way of going about job hunting. I know it's become a kind of an industry, and people have become very skilled at doing it. But are there new ways of doing it? I mean, for example, is Facebook now an awful lot of other people who are in the same boat as themselves? Because one of the problems with being out of work is you lose contact with your workplace, which is maybe a large part of your social life, and you get increasingly isolated, and you begin to feel that it's a problem with you rather than, you know, a problem that affects a lot of people. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it is a huge, huge decision to make, to leave one career and start another one, particularly if you're beyond your 20s, if you're in your 30s or your 40s.
Particularly now.
Yeah, and I work with people all the time.
Different options available to people, which is why, you know, we called it choices, because it's about the choice that you want to make about your life.
And there's lots of seminars and lots of talks by lots of experts. One of those experts is Jane. Good morning to you, Jane.
Morning.
You are going to be hosting some of the seminars over the weekend as well as exhibiting there.
Yes, indeed.
Now, Choices 2011, Ireland's largest careers expo for students and adults, is taking place this weekend at Dublin's Aviva Stadium.
This timely event is expected to attract over 50,000 students and job seekers. I said it'll probably even get more than that. Joining us this morning to tell us more about it is the event coordinator, Vicky Kelly, and career coach Jane Downs. Good morning to you both, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Vicky, going to come to you first. It probably does what it says on the tin, but what exactly can people expect when they walk through the doors of the event?
Diet is very important. You see, what we see, the external difficulties we can imagine as being very painful, but there's an internal, very... Diet is very important. You see, what we see, the external difficulties we can imagine as being very painful, but there's an internal, very... She's 7, she's growing.
She is, and she's a little bit below weight, so it's a big, big thing to keep her on her line.
Liz, listening to you in the VT there, you sound very frightened about the future.
I am. It's the one thing, you know, that none of us have any control of. I'm okay with the day-to-day stuff, but it's just, I have probably met some of the patients that have been on your programmes. I have met the adults, and I know what the outcome has been. So as much as you try to keep your child's stuff in the day-to-day, it's like the monkey on your shoulder. It's sitting there. I know it's there. I know what the future holds.
And do you feel it's bleak? You used that word.
I do, yeah.
That obviously is literally in the lap of the gods and the scientists, so to speak. In the meantime, you've got to get on with it on a day-to-day basis. Now, there's two aspects of that. You're a mother, so you'll do anything that you can for your child. But you're not absolute godsend for her, and the school have been brilliant.
Yeah, she goes to St. Louis in Rathmines, and it's the best thing that ever happened to her.
Right, very quickly, I know we're running out of time, but you know the country's in state of chassis, so to speak, turmoil. You're going to have a lot of people knocking on your door and looking for your vote in the next few weeks. You know how under-resourced and how neglected this area has been. Can you very quickly tell us what you're going to be saying to them?
You're very welcome back. Now, last week, ahead of the European Conference on Rare Diseases, we met a young man called Jamie, whose bones dislocate every day and who lives in constant agony. Today, we're meeting a very special little girl who also has a rare disease, a skin condition called epidermolysis bullosa, or EB.
An estimated 1 in 18,000 babies born are affected with EB, and to date there is no cure. Joining us now.
You're very welcome back. Now, last week, ahead of the European Conference on Rare Diseases, we met a young man called Jamie, whose bones dislocate every day and who lives in constant agony. Today, we're meeting a very special little girl who also has a rare disease, a skin condition called epidermolysis bullosa, or EB.
An estimated 1 in 18,000 babies born are affected with EB, and to date there is no cure. Joining us now. Huge amounts of support to be able to do that. Now, one of the things, I mean, look, we know what state the health system is in. We've got, you know, elderly people who are waiting 18. Huge amounts of support to be able to do that. Now, one of the things, I mean, look, we know what state the health system is in. We've got, you know, elderly people who are waiting 18.